Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode.
Hello.
Oh, here we are, Amanda. You're finally feeling better.
Yes, thank the Lord.
Gotten some sleep.
Gotten some sleep. My sleep schedule is back to normal. Started running again, and by running I mean light. I don't want to call it running. It's just like walking a little bit faster than normal. And so I feel like I am ready for the half marathon that is going to be coming up in a month and a couple days.
You do feel like you're going to be ready.
Yeah, I do. Well, the thing about it is, like, I can walk the whole damn thing in 6 hours, and that's fine. I have 6 hours to get past the finish line, and I am very confident that I can do that. Hopeful that it's going to be 3 hours, but we got double the amount of time if needed.
Good. You wanted to talk about today, prior to you getting sick, we had posted an update video with your latest MRI results, and you had talked about how you have no evidence of disease on the MRI, and you wanted to clarify a couple of things of what that means, right?
Yes. So when my scan report comes back, it says no evidence of disease progression and no evidence of disease. So what that means is, as of today, or when the MRI had happened, I have no evidence of glioblastoma in my body, or that's detectable on an MRI, I guess is what I should say. The likelihood of this coming back in a 5-year span of time is 97% chance of a recurrence, which is a very high number, right? Like a very high number. But I'm going to celebrate the wins as no evidence of disease until if the disease comes back. So it's a word that, or it's 3 words that I love hearing. It's how I feel, but we really need, or I really need to clarify that every MRI is another starting off point. So every MRI is the disease back? Is it not back? And if it's whatever it is, we'll figure it out. But I just need everyone to know that hearing no evidence of disease is going to be the thing that we're going to say at least every 2 months.
Yes, this is you're living kind of life in these 2-month increments.
Yes.
Hopeful for long term. I believe in long term.
Oh, I mean, I obviously do too, but there's a reality that we have to like address the elephant in the room.
But I think you wanted to clarify too, because you felt that some people were interpreting no evidence of disease as meaning you're cured.
And that is never going to be the case.
Yeah, well, not right away. Science can catch up. There could be all sorts of things where you're medically declared cured, right? We've been talking about that. We've been listening to books, reading research papers on it. There's a possibility for it. But for right now, there's not a medical cure for glioblastoma.
Not at all.
And the best case scenario is hearing what you've been hearing, which is no evidence of disease. And it doesn't mean that you're cured. So you just want to make sure everybody understands the difference of it, that this is very much still a marathon that's broken down into 2-month sprints.
Yeah. And it's just, like, you guys are invested in this, and it's almost like there was part of me that, like, almost felt like I broke a few hearts when I kind of came back out and said, well, no, like, the no evidence of disease is just every 2 months it kind of resets. And I remember way back in the day, like the first video I did, because when I was at Cottage Hospital, I had to tell one of my friends, she's like, well, thank God they got the whole tumor out. And I was like, yeah, and there's a very high likelihood that it's going to come back. And but people just didn't understand the difference between the tumor is not there right now, and the tumor has a high likelihood of coming back. And it feels like I might have to explain this every time I get an MRI. Hey, great news, but remember, like, this is just that 2-month check-in.
Do you, on the note of celebrating, you said celebrating, and obviously you and I have had a point of contention about the whole celebration thing. Do you, the designation aside, cured versus cured, do you allow yourself to fully receive the intent when people are celebrating, and if they're thinking it's a cure, if they're thinking whatever they're thinking? But I think it's coming from such a loving, supportive, caring place for you. Do you allow yourself to fully receive the intent of that, or do you find that you get hung up on trying to clarify? No, wait a minute. This is really what this really means. Is this?
Yeah, I definitely need to be better about that. That is something that I am a very hopeful person. I'm hopeful that I'm a long-term survivor. But the reality of this disease is just, it can be fast and it can be aggressive. I mean, it's like, there's no great cancer to have, but this is a tough one. And so there's moments that I allow myself to, like, be in the moment, be very positive about it. And then there's the other side of it is like, okay, what else can I be doing? What else can I be doing? So I think I get in my own way of joy sometimes. And I need to be better about that for sure. I'm not there yet, and maybe with time it'll get better, but as of right now, I don't think I'm the best at really allowing myself, even that day, the day of the MRI, that it is clear. I mean, it just happened, and it's kind of like, okay, what next? And I think that's going to serve me well long term, but I really have to be mindful that I can stay in the moment when the really good moments happen.
I think that's a really wonderful way of saying it. There's, as you said earlier, there's a lot of people who are invested and who are really loving on you, rooting for you, supporting for you, and there's just lots of little moments that each of them is holding for you and sending to you that could be a joyous moment for you.
Mm-hmm.
And give yourself a reprieve from whatever else, just to experience that fully.
Yeah. And another thing that I did this time around is I reached out to someone who has reached out to me multiple times, and I'm really starting to realize that my mental health is not at all where it should be. And I have reached out to a professional, and they have been very helpful. And at first I didn't think I needed it. I really didn't. And then when everything happened over the past 2 weeks, it was like, oh my gosh, I think that it, like, the dam or whatever just broke open. I think I've been holding on to, like, how scary this diagnosis is, and trying to be present in the moment, because it does feel like it's fleeting sometimes. And then not thinking that I need help, realizing I really do need help at this point. I have 2 people now. One, I haven't met them yet. What's it called? A neuropsychologist, and also a therapist. So very happy to have, like, them on board, because there's tough days, and there's tough days that I don't know how to, like, deal with.
I'm proud of you for prioritizing your mental health.
Yes.
And I'm proud of you for recognizing it's not it's not an elective, it's really a necessity.
Yes.
And I'm also really proud of you for just acknowledging that here in a public space, because I think it's something that all of us could probably benefit from, devoting more energy and effort into our mental health. And there's a lot of people who are invested in you, and a lot of people who say they take things from this and they use it to, they're applying it to better their life, and maybe this will inspire some other people to prioritize their mental health a little bit more too, and also be more present to their joy.
Yeah.
Hold on to it when it's there.
Yeah. Like the joy thing is it's tricky right now. It's like I do feel like I'm a very joyful person. I'm a pretty happy person, but it's like kind of like those quiet moments where like, what happened to my life? And why is it so different right now? And then that's when those kind of like quiet, like the joy gets kind of taken away as how serious this is. And that's why I'm starting to hire professionals because they know what to do. I don't.
Good. Anything else for this one?
Standard of care hopefully is going to be ending in about 6 weeks. And I would really love your guys' help to spread the word about glioblastoma. That's going to be kind of a main focus for me. It's a very rare disease, and I just happen to have it. And I would love any and all ideas on how we can spread the word on this disease, because it's just obviously it's very near and dear to my heart, and we just need more people that know about it, and more funding, and a lot of things. So that is going to be a huge ask of mine over the next couple months.
Good. So as you get more clear on the things and the ask,
yes.
we'll formulate those as we go.
I don't know what that is just yet.
And that's okay. You don't have to. That's part of this. This is just happening in real time. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, as always, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for continuing to be on the journey. Any questions, put them in the comments below. Any thoughts, ideas you want to share with Amanda or myself, put them in the comments below as well. Also, we have the It's Your Time to Shine Facebook group up and running. It's in its infancy, but we are hoping that what has been birthed will grow into something really, really special and an amazing support system for anyone who has been dealt a difficult diagnosis and their loved ones. So if you want to check that out, there's going to be a link in the description. And we will see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.